What's happening, Scoop Troop? Get ready for a rapid-fire rundown of the hottest WWE news hotter than a supernova. First up, the legendary Wrestlepalooza is back, and the betting odds are insane. We're talking about blockbuster matches, a historic streaming debut, and a return that's been years in the making. Plus, we've got the latest on who's favored to win those championship belts and what it all means for the future of WWE. Next, we're diving deep into the mind of Logan Paul as he breaks down his epic clash with the one and only John Cena at WWE Clash in Paris. Logan is spilling all the tea on Cena's wrestling mastery, calling him an absolute mastermind and comparing him to Picasso. You won't believe the insights he's sharing about this historic bout that shattered attendance records. And speaking of John Cena's farewell tour, we've got exclusive details on who almost stepped into the ring for his final matches. WWE Hall of Famer Rob Van Dam is revealing just how close he was to facing Cena in a retirement showdown, but a devastating injury changed everything. We're talking about past rivalries and what could have been. Finally, we're hearing from Rusev himself as he reflects on his iconic feud with John Cena and reveals what he owes to the wrestling legend. Rusev is opening up about his success, his WrestleMania moment, and he's even throwing his hat in the ring to be Cena's final opponent. You do not want to miss this. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Sheeran's Scoop, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat. Wrestlepalooza is back, and the betting odds are live. This Sunday marks the return of WWE's iconic Wrestlepalooza event, the first since the year 2000, and it's set to be a monumental occasion, making history as the first WWE event to be broadcast live on ESPN in the US, with UK fans catching the action on Netflix. Beyond the massive nostalgia factor, the card is stacked with can't-miss bouts, including AJ Lee's highly anticipated return to the ring after over a decade, teaming up with her husband CM Punk. The main event is a true spectacle, John Cena versus Brock Lesnar in what's being billed as Cena's final match before his retirement. Betting sites are buzzing, with Punk and AJ Lee heavily favored, suggesting a triumphant comeback for the fan-favorite duo. Meanwhile, the Cena versus Lesnar bout is priced as a toss-up, hinting at a fiercely contested finale for Cena's storied career. Stephanie Vaquer is the current favorite for the vacant Women's World Championship, but Io Sky is a close contender, promising an electrifying championship match. This revival isn't just about reliving past glories. It's a strategic move by WWE to leverage new streaming partnerships and capture both old and new audiences, with AJ Lee's comeback and Cena's swan song guaranteeing it'll be the talk of the wrestling world. The revival of Wrestlepalooza is about more than just nostalgia, as it's a showcase of WWE's new streaming partnerships and a chance to attract both longtime fans and a fresh audience. With AJ Lee's comeback, Cena's swan song, and a stacked card, the event promises to be a major talking point in wrestling circles. Fans are already dissecting every odds movement, with the focus heavily on AJ Lee's return and the potential storylines surrounding Cena's final contest, making Wrestlepalooza the hottest ticket in sports entertainment right now. You won't believe the odds for these dream matches. But first, Logan Paul is revealing what it was really like facing John Cena in Paris. Logan Paul is singing John Cena's praises after their Paris showdown. In a recent episode of his IMPALSIV podcast, Logan Paul didn't hold back his admiration for John Cena's incredible in-ring prowess following their monumental clash at WWE Clash in Paris on August 31, 2025. Paul described the experience as transformative, stating, "Holy S, John Cena is so F good. He is that good." He emphasized the profound difficulty of professional wrestling for those outside the industry, highlighting Cena's mastery. Paul went on to call the 17-time world champion an absolute mastermind of the craft, boldly declaring that Cena wrestles better than Pablo Picasso painted. The magnitude of sharing the ring with such a legend wasn't lost on Paul, who felt he learned immensely and gained respect through the match. The bout itself, which served as Cena's final European appearance before his year-end retirement, was a historic event, setting a new attendance record of 30,343 fans at the Paris La Défense Arena and earning a highly coveted 4.5-star rating from wrestling critic Dave Meltzer, a feat Paul proudly mentioned. Fans are buzzing about Paul's candid remarks, with many agreeing that Cena's longevity and skill are unparalleled, solidifying his GOAT status in the eyes of many, especially after this highly rated performance. But what about Cena's retirement matches that almost happened? We're about to find out who was nearly in the running to face John Cena one last time. Rob Van Dam was this close to facing John Cena in his retirement match. WWE Hall of Famer Rob Van Dam recently sat down with TMZ and revealed that he was in discussions with WWE about being one of John Cena's opponents during his ongoing retirement tour. RVD explained that there was significant interest from WWE's side, and talks were progressing well until he suffered a severe injury. "I broke my heels during an MLW Battle Riot VII event in April, putting an immediate end to any potential return to the WWE ring for this specific storyline. This near miss brings to mind their legendary rivalry, particularly their brutal Extreme Rules match at ECW One Night Stand in 2006. Where RVD famously defeated Cena for the WWE Championship in a hostile environment. The possibility of a rematch, even decades later, has fans speculating about the dream match that almost was, and how it could have added another epic chapter to Cena's final run. The wrestling community is abuzz with the what-if scenario, with many fans lamenting the injury that prevented RVD from potentially being a part of Cena's farewell tour, highlighting the unpredictable nature of wrestling careers. And speaking of wrestlers who owe a lot to John Cena, we're diving into Rusev's incredible reflections on their iconic feud. Rusev credits John Cena for his success and wants to be his final opponent. In a candid interview with Vox Sketch, Rusev opened up about his pivotal 2015 feud with John Cena, acknowledging the immense impact the 17-time world champion had on his career. Rusev stated emphatically that he owes a lot of my success to him, citing the invaluable lessons learned from wrestling and even defeating Cena during their time together in WWE. He fondly recalled their United States Championship match at WrestleMania 31, describing the experience of his iconic tank entrance as a dream and surreal moment. Now, with John Cena embarking on his farewell tour, Rusev has made it clear that he would absolutely welcome the opportunity to be the man to face Cena in his final match. Rusev sees it as a poetic full-circle moment, suggesting, "He started my career, now I can end his," which would be very appropriate. Rusev, who recently returned to WWE and secured a victory over Sheamus, believes this would be a fitting conclusion for both their stories. Fans are divided but intrigued by Rusev's bold proposition, with many acknowledging the significant role Cena played in Rusev's rise and the potential narrative power of such a final encounter. And that's a wrap on today's top WWE headlines. But before you go, let's do a lightning-fast recap of all the massive news we just covered. All right, Scoop Troop, that was a whirlwind of WWE action. We broke down the insane betting odds for Wrestlepalooza and AJ Lee's return, heard Logan Paul rave about John Cena's wrestling genius after their Paris clash, uncovered Rob Van Dam's near miss with a Cena retirement match, and got Rusev's powerful take on his feud with Cena and his desire to be the final opponent. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, drop a comment below with your thoughts, and follow us on all social media platforms for more exclusive WWE insights. We'll see you in the next one.